It's time for the Jeff Litherland Show. Join us each week to find out what's going on in Perry Central Commodore basketball, straight from the head coach, Jeff Litherland, exclusively on the Southwest Indiana Sports Network.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Do you have old videotapes and films sitting around your house? Let Milligan Communications convert them to DVD for you. VHS, VHS-C, 8mm, or Beta. If they are videotapes, Milligan Communications can do them all. They can also convert 8mm, Super 8, and 16mm film. DVDs would make a great Christmas gift. Call Milligan Communications today, 812-630-2449 for more information.
You dream it, we create it at Street Dreams. Custom paint, fabrication, stereos, wheels, tires, and more. We're also your authorized Sinister Sound dealer. Street Dreams, 317-624-1000, where you expect quality and get.
Hey everyone, Joey Chestnut here, world champion competitive eater. I follow Southwest Indiana Sports Network, and if you're hungry for sports, you should follow them too.
Follow the Southwest Indiana Sports Network at swisportsnetwork.com or search Roku for our channel at SW Indiana Sports Network.
Hello and welcome to this week's Jeff Litherland Show. And Coach, last week you dropped a game to Hancock County 74-54. Why don't you recap that game for us?
We played Hancock County on Friday night at home, and they came in, and they're a really good basketball team. They've got 5 seniors. They call them their coach called them super seniors. They got an extra year of eligibility due to COVID down in Kentucky. So they've got 5 guys that are 19 and 20-year-olds, and they're very talented. They've got good guards. They've got a couple good shooters, and they've got a couple of 6'5", 6'6" kids that are, 230, 240-pound post guys that were very skilled. And, we had a good scouting report on them. We had some breakdowns early in the game, and, they made some shots on us. We got into a little bit of a hole there by about 8-9 points, and we cut it down to 4 in the late first quarter, early second quarter. And, we ran our offense to perfection. We couldn't make a shot. We shot, I think, right at 30% from the floor, and, they shot 62 or 63%. And, the experience level really showed Friday night on the court. Those guys have played 4 or 5 years of varsity basketball, and we've still got, an inexperienced team at the varsity level. So, they executed and made shots, and we didn't fully execute and didn't make any shots. So, it was a big big difference there. We got down in a hole and tried to press and gamble, and they were just too talented to make too many mistakes. They've got a really nice basketball team, and I look for them to have a good season. But as far as our guys, it's last week we played Heritage Hills and Hancock County. That's 2 really good basketball teams, and I think we've kind of learned our patience and execution on the offensive end will give us a higher percentage shot. We rushed some shots Friday night, and they come down and got some easy baskets off of rush shots. So. It was one of those things where, last week was a really tough week, but I think we took a lot away from it. And, it was, our guys are still committed. I left the gym about 11:30, 12 o'clock Friday night after the game. And, we had a couple of guys still in uniform out there. They had the gun out there getting shots up, and, we were back in there 7 o'clock on Saturday morning. So, the guys are committed. I'm just trying to get them to understand that it's a process, and we've played some really talented teams, and we've got to do everything right and execute and get to that that experience level that the team that was Friday night. I mean, they were really talented.
And you said that Kentucky's giving an extra year because of COVID. Is Indiana done that?
Not that I know of, because I'd love to have a few guys back from last year, but not that I know of. And it was, these guys come in and they were full grown men. The Ogle kid was like 6'6". I mean, he's like LeBron James out there. I mean, he shot the three and handled the ball and scored in the post, and we just had nobody that could match up with him. And it's they had a really nice squad, the experienced squad, and I think some of those kids down in Kentucky they can play varsity when they're in the 7th and 8th grade. So I think some of those guys have been on the high school level for 5 or 6 years, and you could really tell the level and the maturity and the experience on the court Friday.
And you can tell, just by the college level, that extra year, because a lot of colleges have given the extra year for COVID, and it really is a benefit for the program.
Yeah, it is, and we're not making any excuses. We had a game plan, and we just didn't make any shots. I mean, when you shoot 30% from the floor, it's going to be hard to beat anybody. But we battled. I mean, we had 4 turnovers in the game, which is unheard of nowadays. And we shot 20 of 28 from the free throw line. We battled on the glass. We just didn't make any shots. And a lot of that was because we rushed shots and we took them early in possession. Some of them were contested, and just trying to get these guys to understand that make the defense guard a little bit. Our offense and our shots will be a lot easier and a more high percentage shot. So I think they're learning. They like I said, they want to get there so bad they're pressing, and it's just something that we got to be patient with and take the process step by step.
And we'll be back on the Jeff Litherland Show right after these messages from our sponsors. You're listening to the Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by Milligan Bros for Communications.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Do you have old videotapes and films sitting around your house? Let Milligan Communications convert them to DVD for you. VHS, VHS-C, 8mm, or Beta. If they are videotapes, Milligan Communications can do them all. They can also convert 8mm, Super 8, and 16mm film. DVDs would make a great Christmas gift. Call Milligan Communications today, 812-630-2449 for more information.
When you think sporting goods, think no further than All Star Sports in Ferdinand. Custom embroidery, screen printing, team uniforms, sports equipment, and sports apparel and shoes. We have it all. Give Brad a call today at 812-367-1618 or visit them in the Country Plaza Shopping Center in Ferdinand. All Star Sports is open Monday through Friday 10 to 7 and Saturday 9 to 4. All Star Sports, when you're thinking sporting goods.
Hey everyone, Joey Chestnut here, world champion competitive eater. I follow Southwest Indiana Sports Network, and if you're hungry for sports, you should follow them too.
Follow the Southwest Indiana Sports Network at swisportsnetwork.com or search Roku for our channel at SW Indiana Sports Network.
And welcome back to the Jeff Litherland Show, and we're joined by the president of the 3 Point Club, Jason Hubert. Jason, how you doing today?
Good, yourself?
Doing really good. The 3 Point Club, why don't you explain to people what exactly that is?
We support, the Perry Central athletics, from a basketball perspective, and basically run the younger age groups programs and basically, support the basketball program.
And what are some of the fundraisers that you guys do during the year?
I'd say we really only do one big fundraiser for the year, and that is we have a 3-Point Club basketball tournament. This year's is going to be, we'll have the 3rd through 5th grades will be February 25th and 26th, and then 6th through 8th will be March 4th and 5th. Last year was the first year that we had the tournament. It was actually the first year that we had the club, and we had an excellent turnout for that tournament. We had 57 teams last year, so we were really happy and surprised with that level of interest with it being our first year, and we got a lot of positive feedback from that. And as of right now, we've already got almost 50 teams signed up to play in that tournament those 2 weekends.
That's great. That's great. New season is just getting underway. What do you feel about the Perry Central basketball season so far?
I think it's going well. We've faced a couple tough teams. Heritage Hills, they're always got a good program, always tough to compete against. And Hancock County, we played them last weekend, and they were definitely, I would say, an older team compared to us. We've got a lot of young guys that are contributing to our team this year and learning and gaining experience on the court at a varsity level. And I think by the end of the year, we should be able to compete with a lot of teams.
And how exactly do you become involved with the 3-Point Club?
Well, the easiest way to get involved is, get a hold of someone on the coaching staff, be it Jeff or some of his assistants, Noah Hawkins, Dave Litherland, myself. That would be probably the easiest way to get involved. I would assume most anybody that would want to get involved would be related to the Perry Central, organization or community. So, they should be able to, reach out to us before or after a game. One of us is usually out at Perry Central pretty much every night. So, if they want to get in touch with us, we can definitely utilize any and all help that anybody be interested in giving.
And do you guys have a Facebook page or a website?
As of right now, we do not. Like I said, last year was the first year that we got going, and so we're still kind of in the infancy stage of the club. But I know that we have had some discussions and conversations on getting that going to, get some interest, show everybody, kind of what we're doing and how we're involved with the program and committed to support. Making our basketball program better.
Well, Jason, good luck to the Perry Central Commodores, and if there's anything we can do for you, just let us know.
All right, thank you so much. I appreciate the call.
You're listening to the Jeff Litherland Show on Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by Milligan Brosco Communications.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today. Do you have old videotapes and films sitting around your house? Let Milligan Communications convert them to DVD for you. VHS, VHS-C, 8mm, or Beta. If they are videotapes, Milligan Communications can do them all. They can also convert 8mm, Super 8, and 16mm film. DVDs would make a great Christmas gift. Call Milligan Communications today, 812-630-2449 for more information.
You dream it, we create it at Street Dreams. Custom paint, fabrication, stereos, wheels, tires, and more. We're also your authorized Sinister Sound dealer. Street Dreams, 317-624-1000 where you expect quality and get.
Hey everyone, Joey Chestnut here, world champion competitive eater. I follow Southwest Indiana Sports Network, and if you're hungry for sports, you should follow them too.
Follow the Southwest Indiana Sports Network at swisportsnetwork.com or search Roku for our channel at SW Indiana Sports Network.
And welcome back to the Jeff Litherland Show. And I'll tell you what, Coach, people like Jason Eberts is what makes programs successful.
Yeah, Jason is he's been a very close friend of mine. But all the way back in the late '80s, we went to school together at Prairie Central, and when I got this job and had the envision of our 3-point basketball club, he was one guy that he instantly came to mind to be the president of our club, and he's a good guy. He's a very hard worker, very good with numbers and accounting, and I thought it would be fantastic if he's a big baseball guy. He's on our baseball staff, and he's done a lot of stuff with our baseball program and kind of built that from the ground up. And I didn't know if I could get him on the basketball side, but he does. He's our president of our club, and he does a tremendous job and is very organized. He's actually keeping our scorebook for the high school team this year. So he's just he's a genuine person, and a joy to be around. And we've been friends for a long time, and I'm happy that he's involved in our program.
And it may be early December, but it sounds like your shootout's filling up quite nicely.
Yeah. We had a really, last year, when you start something like this and you're in Leopold and, there's not a whole lot to do out there, you're kind of nervous, but, we've got, I've been doing this for, 20, all the way back to, when Dave Reese was at Prairie Central, and I've built a lot of really good relationships, and, I feel like, respect level for me and other coaches are at a high level. And, we did that last year, and I think we had 58 teams come to Leopold over 2 weekends, and, we had a really good turnout and a really good tournament, and, I think we're back, somewhere near 40 or over 40 already, for our tournaments, late February, early March of 2023. So, our community, the people that are on the board, our coaches have seen the benefit of not only our younger kids playing and the improvement that they've had, but just, what we're able to do, within our program. We bought a new gun, shooting gun. We've got all new uniforms from our third grade on up. So being able to put that money back in the program, our board members and our parents and our community see that, and they're on board to helping. But it ran very smoothly. We had a lot of support from our parents, our players, and our board members. So we're looking forward to that again. I know it's a lot of work from a lot of people, but it's off to a really good start.
And this coming weekend you've got a away game against Wood Memorial on Friday, and then you play South Central at home on Saturday. Why don't you preview those games for us?
Yeah, going down to Wood is never easy. The last time I was there was in 2018, and we that was the year I went to the state finals with Forest Park, and we got beat on a buzzer beater. It's a tough place to play. Wood is much improved over last year. They're kind of taking their identity of their coach, which is Brian is very hardworking and scrappy and very intense. And they went in last week and won at Tecumseh, which is another difficult place to play. So we've had a couple coaches working on them since last weekend, and we're it's a game that we need to win to get back to 500 and kind of get some momentum going. And I know it's a game that they want to win. It's a home game, and they want to try to keep their momentum going off of that big win last Saturday night at Tecumseh. So they've got a couple nice players, a guard and a post, and it'll be a difficult game. I feel like we've got a good game plan on what we want to try to accomplish there on Friday, but it was something, after the game last Friday night, I talked to the boys about how difficult it is to play down there. And it's a challenge for us, and it's something that we want to go up there and take care of business and get moving on the right track. And then Saturday night we've got South Central, and I watched them play Saturday night at South Spencer, and the Kuiper, they got his name's Charles Kuiper. He did not play. He had 20 against us last year as a freshman, but he's a sophomore. He's a 6'1" guard that kind of plays like a 6'5" forward. He does a little bit of everything, and he's been out since middle of June. He dislocated his shoulder, so I actually talked to him on my way out Saturday night, and I think he was coming back this week, so we'll have to deal with him, and they've got a couple other nice players. They're very physical. Get strong kids, that start and off the bench, and I expect them to, it's going to be a little different than the last couple games. We'll probably see some zone and some half court traps, and just something that we'll have to go through the game plan Saturday morning and prepare on the fly. So that'll be a challenge itself. This group is, we've had times to, a day or two to prepare for each opponent, and, being our first double weekend, on the road Friday and then, coming back Saturday, how are we going to respond to, getting the scouting report, at 11 o'clock on Friday night and doing our walkthrough at 10 o'clock in the morning and being ready to go on Saturday night. But, I know last year we went down to South Central and we beat them by 1 point in a very highly contested game. So I expect, both games this week will be a challenge, and we're just, right now we're taking, we're trying to break it down, and try to win 2-minute increments every quarter. So that's kind of what we're doing, is trying to simplify things for these guys and just try to win those 2-minute sections in each quarter. And, I expect our guys to come out and be focused this weekend. And, I think, last week playing, those quality teams in Heritage Hills and Hancock County has really kind of opened our eyes up. And, hey, this is what we need to do. And I expect, some of the little things that we're not doing really good, I expect to see improvement on those items.
Well, Coach, good luck this weekend, and go get 2 victories.
All right. Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
And you've been listening to the Jeff Litherland Show on the Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by Milligan Bros for Communications. We'll see you next week.
You've been listening to the Jeff Litherland Show. Find out what is happening in Perry Central basketball each week, exclusively on the Southwest Indiana Sports Network.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.